Hello everybody and welcome in. If you don't know, chess.com has partnered with Duolingo this month, and that means that we have received 5 new bots on chess.com as a celebration for this partnership. So 4 of these bots are like your regular bots. They just have number ratings. I think they're called Junior, Oliver, Lily, Zara, and they play like regular bots. But there is a 5th bot that is getting everybody super confused. This is the Duo bot, and instead of a rating, it has a question mark next to its name. And some people in my chat were telling me this bot might just be the next Middens. And everybody knows how the Middens situation went down. So I decided on stream that I would jump in and I would play a game versus Duo and see how long I could survive against this terrifying, potentially 3,000 rated bot. So in the first game, I assumed it was playing at the strength of Middens. So every time it made a sacrifice, I would run away and I would hide, I would not take anything, and I was feeling like I was just slowly crushed by this bot. I ended up losing this first game. But then I jumped into the analysis and I saw that Duo was actually making a bunch of mistakes, and not just small inaccuracies. They were big mistakes. He was just blundering pieces, but I was too scared to take them because I thought it was such a strong player. I then decided I would play them a second time, but I would just play it like it was a regular bot and not be afraid. And then I just beat the bot really, really easily. And I was really confused because some people in my chat were saying this bot is so strong, it's going to be the next Middens, it's maybe 3,000 rated, but I was beating it maybe like it was a 1200 elo or something like that. So I was left feeling very confused after these couple of games versus Duo. But today, I saw something which got me really, really interested. Apparently, Duo is only strong when you play it in a language-based opening. So that means an opening that is named after a language, like for example, the French defense or the Spanish opening, Portuguese openings, so openings that are named after a language. And this makes a lot of sense because Duolingo is a language app. So apparently this bird goes into a crazy fit of rage when you're playing a language opening because he's the only one who's allowed to teach and talk about languages here. So I'm going to try play against this bot using a language-based opening and see how much more difficult this bot becomes to beat. And I'll see if I can still beat it when playing a language-based opening or if it just becomes impossible like Middens was. Let's go. All right, so now I'm matched in with the game versus Duo and I'm going to try and play an opening against him that is named after a language and see how much stronger he really becomes. So the first one that I could think of that was maybe easy to get into is the French defense. So against e4, I'm just going to play e6. And idea of the French defense is to try and take some control of the center using this e6 move to prepare to play d5 and control the center this way. And I'm just looking over at the chat and immediately Duo goes a little bit crazy. He says, "How dare you, languages are my thing." So it seems like Duo has a motive to step up his chess game here if this is the case, if he's getting really mad about us playing a opening that is named after a language. So here I'm going to play d5, take control of the center like this, and let's see what he goes for now. Okay, so he's playing for this line with bringing the knight up to d2. Now, I unfortunately don't know a lot about the French just because, well, I never really play it. I only really play the Sicilian. So I'm just going to try and play moves that I think look logical. So here, maybe I'm going to play something like c5, which is going to try and take more control over the center. For example, if they take, we can take with the bishop, developing a bishop and also trading off this pawn that's on the side of the board for a pawn that's in the middle. So let's see if we can do this. Okay. So then they bring their other knight out to f3, and let's see. Let's go for this move. Play knight c6. So we're going to try and pressure the center. Okay. His messages in the chat, I'm very glad that I included the screen share of the messages in the chat because they're just insane at this point. Like, Drew said, "You're going to fall off that horse." He is getting really, really bad here. Okay, this is hilarious. So they're playing bishop to b5 here. They're pinning the knight to my king. So I think let's just keep going for moves that look logical. I have no idea how strong Duo is going to become. I'm a little bit terrified, but I think that if we just play normal moves, we should be fine. At least it was fine when I was playing against it using normal openings, but I just want to see how different it becomes when we're playing the French here. So I'm going to play queen b6. Idea is to put pressure on this bishop. Okay, so they're immediately playing this move c4, and this means that my center is suddenly attacked by 2 pawns. So at the moment, I'm a little bit in trouble, so I might have to just start trying to trade off a couple of pawns here. So here I might just take this pawn on e4. It does allow them to get their knight out, but at the moment the problem is that if I just make a normal move, they're threatening to take here, and if I take back, they take back again, and then I've just lost a pawn in the center of the board. So I think let's take on e4. The problem is, though, that we're not really threatening to take on d4 because our knight was pinned. Okay, so now I'm going to take with the bishop here. I'm going to put all the pressure on f2. Now they're going to take, and this is a nice move. It attacks our bishop here, but it also defends this pawn on f2. He says, I have 2 words for you, run and away. All right. Maybe we just try and develop this knight next. Okay, I'm going to go knight to e7, and then I'm just going to try and castle on the next move. Let's see how long we can survive against this. Like, he's getting so scary, and I feel like he's playing very accurately now. Like, when I played him before, he was blundering a piece, but now he's not blundering anything. We're trading off some pieces, though. Let's see what we can do. Okay, now I'm just going to try and castle the king, get the king safe over on this side of the board, and maybe I can develop my rook out, and we'll see what we can do with that. All right, they're attacking my queen here. Thinking maybe we can just slide the queen over to the h5 square, put it over on this side of the board. Wait, he told me I'm about to be roadkill. This are some serious threats right here. Okay, I almost flooded my queen because I was so distracted by his trash talk, but maybe if we just trade off some pieces. Let's just try and trade off the queens here. They're offering this trade, and let's see if we can just trade off like this. Okay, we're going a6. I guess everything's going to get traded down. And I have this light square bishop, and he has a dark square bishop. Okay. Yeah, the problem is that rook is going to become really active by jumping it into this d6 square. I'm going to have to sort of be on the defense with something like bishop b7, but then they can always come down like this, attacking my bishop. Then I'm in a bit of trouble, so maybe I have to try and give up this pawn on c6 to try and get my rooks out. Okay, let's think. I'm going to play the move a5 here. My idea is that I want to play something like bishop a6, let my bishop out, and we're going to be down a pawn here, but it's definitely better than letting all these rooks come in, attack my king. That was going to be really difficult to play. And here I'm just going to try and trade off the rooks, see if I can take him into an opposite colored bishop endgame. They do say with these strong computers that you try and take them into like some end game, because they're going to be really, really strong in the middle game when there's a lot of pieces on the board. Okay. So I'm thinking about this move a4, another pawn sacrifice to maybe just try and take these pawns here. Still, I think my opponent's got the upper hand because they've got a lot of control over this open file here. I was wondering if we could sacrifice like this, but I guess we can't. I thought we had some genius sacrifice where we could sacrifice the bishop and then push forward and try and make a queen, but I realized this rook can just come back and defend. So let's just move this rook over to a8 for now, and we'll see. I think the funniest thing about this bot is the crazy messages that it sends you in the chat. Like, I think that's the funniest part. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely way stronger. When I was playing against it with normal openings, it was really just blundering pieces, so you can tell it's a lot stronger. Okay, I'm going to play h6. Idea is to try and bring the king out. And okay, at the moment, this pawn shouldn't be too scary because the promotion square is a light square, so our bishop can defend it for now. Let's just try and bring the king in. Okay. Just keep pushing on in. Okay. Now, they're trying to push the pawn as far as possible, I guess to scare me. Let's maybe just trade here. They don't really have much counterplay and grabbing the extra. Oh, no, I forgot about this move. Does it work? Oh, no. Takes. So takes, they promote to a queen. Oh, no. Ah! Oh no, we're in trouble. Okay, if here, You make a queen push. Oh no. It was going so well until it wasn't. Can we push straight away? I don't think so. I think the rook's just gonna come and defend. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, let's play on a couple more moves. See how it crushes me. Take this here. And the unfortunate thing is this pawn's never getting anywhere. Let's just push. Let's just go for it. It's all over now, but I just want to play on for a little while longer. Oh no, this is very unfortunate. Because if I block like this with the pawn, they can take here with check and then take my rook. But then if I try and move anywhere else, they're just going to, you know, checkmate me somehow using their bishop and queen. So, okay, let's go over this way. I'll play a few quick moves. Bots don't get too angry when you don't resign against them. Okay. But I think this is all over. Yeah, okay. Well, I think this bot is definitely stronger, right? It was definitely stronger compared to when I played it the first time. Yeah, there was something surely different. Let's see. Okay, they played with 95% accuracy in this game, and yeah, they were playing really, really well. Although I didn't really know the opening very well, I think that it was hard for me because I don't really play the French defense. I was just playing this to try and see how Duo would evolve when we played the French. So I didn't really know much of what was going on here. I just kind of played it as I saw fit, but I think this endgame was just really uncomfortable because they started getting all these pieces in, they were super active, so yeah, I was really never surviving here, but this was really cool, and this promotes to this rook sacrifice here. I completely forgot about it. Not sure why I didn't see it, don't know if I was distracted by the crazy trash talk here, but alright, so I think that I've come to the conclusion, as maybe you guys would have as well, this bot becomes a lot stronger when you're playing against it when your opening is named after a language. So, Duo clearly goes a little bit crazy. I think it's a fun challenge to first play against Duo using a regular opening and see if you can beat him like that, and then if you can, try an opening that is named after a language. There's a lot of them. The French is not the only one. It was just the one that that came to mind for me first. And try playing against him using this and see if you can beat him. Now, maybe the way to beat him is with a lot of theory, because I didn't really know any French theory, so that definitely put me in a awkward situation against this stronger player. And I guess we will find out how strong Duo really is at some point soon. We'll see who is able to beat him. Let me know how you guys go, and thank you so much for watching this one, and enjoy. Bye!